Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Moving Right Along, a Muppet movie podcast brought to you by toughpigs.com. This is the podcast where we watch Muppets from Space 2 minutes at a time and talk about it a lot. I'm your host, Anthony Strand.
And I'm your other host, Ryan Rowe.
And today we are joined by a first-time guest, always a thrill, our first-time guest of the season. Please introduce yourself, first-time guest.
Oh my, that's a heck of an intro. I'm Johanna Swanson. I have extensive experience with video and audio background communication stuff. I'm not entirely sure how to play. I've worked at radio stations. I've worked as a TV producer and a news assistant back in the day. And so I can appreciate the stress that Miss Piggy is under in these particular 2 minutes.
Awesome.
And, there you go, working on shows like UFO Mania.
Just like UFO Mania Live.
Yeah, I did not. We didn't do anything like that. It was just straight news. Nothing exciting like UFOs.
Too bad.
Sure, but you will still have invaluable things to contribute to our discussion of minutes 27 and 28 of Muppets from Space. In these minutes, Gonzo explains himself on UFO Mania Live, and Edgar Singer watches it on television. So when we open, Gonzo is indeed appearing on UFO Mania Live, but we see the gang at home watching. Kermit shudders as Gonzo says, and later it was confirmed to me by the cosmic fish that I am definitely from outer space. Which I don't know if we really needed that recap this soon.
Yeah, I guess it's just he's saying it to the whole world, and Kermit, who has been supportive of him, is now realizing, oh, this could be bad, or like, I guess he doesn't want Gonzo to embarrass himself.
Right. Yeah.
It's a good friend. Aw.
And so Rizzo says, so you want to go now or wait till commercial? Which is like, we've talked on this movie about how Kermit is just kind of inexplicably the boss of them.
Yeah.
And this is one such example where Kermit has to be the guy to go talk to Gonzo. Rizzo could just go talk to him.
Yeah, Rizzo could just be like, hey, come on, Clifford, let's go. But he has to wait for Kermit.
But I mean, that goes back to Muppets Take Manhattan, where Kermit has this famous, why are you guys always talking to me? Why are you guys always looking at me? Why am I in charge? You know, it's like, it just kind of happens. He's just kind of the guy. He's the lead. I don't know. I didn't question it. It's Kermit.
It's Kermit, right? And that's what they're counting on, I think, is that there's no reason to explain. Really.
Right. Yeah. We all just kind of understand that. Yeah.
Well, and who's Gonzo going to listen to, Rizzo or Kermit?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Good point. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd listen to Kermit.
Sure. And Kermit, what he does do is get annoyed and just say, now, come on.
And it's not so common to have Rizzo and Kermit having a conversation. I mean, it's not really a conversation. It's just each of them has one line to each other. But because this is Steve Whitmire playing both characters, so
right,
double duty.
And we're going to see it again, of course, in the TV station later in these same minutes.
Yeah.
But for now, though, the two of them walk away, leaving Fozzie and Robin watching TV.
You guys, you went and kind of waxed on about how the music is all 70s inspired. Their interior is a little 70s inspired. I can't. Did you look? The couch pattern is like this weird orange brown thing, and then there's like a cuckoo clock on the wall, and then the TV that they're watching is one of those really old timey ones like my grandmother had, the big heavy duty like wooden ones. Are you looking?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking. I pulled it up. Yeah, you're right.
It's wallpaper.
That's not a new TV. Yeah, you're right. And that they bought in the 90s.
Maybe they've been living in the same house since the Muppet Show days, if the Muppet Show indeed exists in this timeline, as we've discussed.
Yeah, that one I don't know either.
That's interesting.
Yeah. That was just something that struck me when, looking at this, obviously examining these 2 minutes. I'm like, first I noticed the cuckoo clock. Why is there a cuckoo clock there?
Yeah, we've had several. It is kind of like a grandma. Do they call it grandma core now, like on Instagram?
That sounds right.
The kind of plausible decorations that your grandmother might use. But yeah, we've had guests point out the design of the interior of the Muppet House, but I don't know that anyone has suggested that it's stuck in the 70s. But that's interesting. We'll have to keep an eye out for more of that.
I
Yeah,
grew up with parents that had decorated in the 70s. Like we had shag carpet until about 10 years ago.
Oh
hmm
wow.
So
hmm
yeah, it's great.
In the Muppet House, they might confuse shag carpet for one of their friends.
Yeah, they never I did they look at the carpet? Do we know?
I don't know if we see the
I
carpet in this movie.
I mean, we see the floor when they're waiting in line. We see Kermit tapping his feet,
Oh,
right?
that's true. Yes.
Sure.
But I don't
Okay.
remember what it looked like.
I want to say that was a
But
hardwood floor, but don't quote me on that.
a hardwood floor, raves Ryan Rowe of
No,
toughpigs.com.
no, don't quote me on that.
Uh, all right.
Oh man.
So what else happens? What else happens in this movie? Um, so then back in the studio, Piggy asks Gonzo, "What are you doing here?" And Gonzo says, "I'm making contact. What are you doing?" But before, because then Piggy freezes up again. Once again, Miss
Yeah,
Piggy doesn't know what to say.
it's weird that she's hesitating.
Hmm.
Is she ashamed to tell Gonzo? Because she is on the air. She's hosting this TV show. She should be proud to say, I'm hosting UFO Mania Live, unless she thinks that she would have to give him the context of, like, I work here as the coffee pig.
I mean, she doesn't have to tell him that. She could just say,
Yeah.
I'm the host today. She stepped in with Shelly Smelly was gone. So
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't understand the hesitation.
no, it doesn't fit her character either. Like,
Yeah, so
No,
much of
not
this
yeah,
doesn't.
not
Yeah.
at all. Yeah.
didn't understand it. Or the
Right.
whole camera's on. Really, Piggy? Like, where's your improv? Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
not
Yeah. It's unfortunate.
And
teleprompter hard, yes, but oh no, they were using cue cards, weren't they? Oh gosh.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
cue cards. Yeah.
Mm.
But so Rob Schneider, to make it even more embarrassing, Rob Schneider is more on top of the situation than Piggy is because he has to stage whisper, interview him. And then Piggy yells, I'm interviewing you. And the director, Rob Schneider, and the stage manager, they both sigh in relief that this has happened.
Is Rob Schneider the director?
Isn't that what he is? What do you think
Or the
he is?
producer. Yeah,
I
well, yeah,
think,
maybe.
Producer?
yeah,
Yeah, I guess so.
because the direct, well, wow, look, I can use my knowledge.
Yes,
Please,
please
Um,
do.
yes, by all means.
usually the director is much more in charge of camera angles, like much more behind the scene, and the producer would be the one running out, going, "Oh my gosh, do this, don't do this," that kind of a thing, like much more of the communication with the
Okay.
talent.
Yeah.
So I would guess he's a producer.
Producer. Okay.
If they have a control room, they've got a director back there going Q1, Q2, or
Oh,
whatever like that.
yeah, so we
Sure.
never see the director then.
Probably
Yeah.
not.
Hmm.
Right. If we
That's
maybe maybe it's Tim Hill.
Yeah,
oh,
could be.
he's behind the scenes, and then he's
hmm
behind the scenes. It's like
Right.
double.
I thought you were
Double
going to
Oof.
say
threat.
maybe it's Nigel from Muppets Tonight. That would be a fun cameo.
Oh yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah.
So then Piggy does indeed start asking Gonzo questions, but as he answers them, we see that K. Edgar Singer and Bobo Ezerentro are watching it in their office. They happen to be watching UFO Mania Live. I guess if they're looking for signs of alien life, maybe they watch it every day
That's
or
what I
every
was
week.
thinking.
Yeah.
Well, it looked one of the screens had. I thought it had a crawl of the word UFO, like they were monitoring for it. They were looking for that actively, or they had like a search
Hmm.
out for it,
Yeah, that
which
makes
wouldn't be
sense.
weird now, but yeah, back then
Yeah,
I'd be
one
like,
of the
do that.
screens, I didn't write this down, but yeah, one of the screens has something like it's search term, are you there? Something like that. So yeah, I think they are keeping an eye out.
They're also watching the skies.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And we hear Gonzo say, I want my people to know that I've seen their messages, and my response to them is, I am here. So then K. Edgar Singer repeats it. He too says, I am here, and snaps his fingers and says, bingo.
Oof.
Why oof?
Because he just makes my skin crawl in that scene. Because then he
Sure.
goes and touches the screen, and it's like, ooh, bad touch, bad touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's creepy. It is.
It's an ick. It's there's unfortunately a lot of ick in this clip because you've got Rob Schneider, who's a little canceled now, and then you've got
Mhm.
Jeffrey Tambor touching the screen, and I
Yeah, you're right.
No, You're correct.
We've talked about how many canceled people are in this movie, but yeah, I didn't think about, yeah, we got two of them in one clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, even what didn't he recently say something about there were no children's hospitals when he was a kid or something?
Rob
Yes.
Schneider did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
He claimed that that's because children you didn't used to get sick.
I don't even know how one would reach that conclusion.
I don't even understand the point he thought he was making.
Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah.
and instead of getting sick, what did they do? They died. Okay,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
better.
Yeah. A lot of
But
them did.
Yeah.
yeah, I just
Uh,
he does chop that scenery though. Like he just goes to town into his character. Um,
Schneider,
yeah, I mean you got to
he
give him
is
that. He
he
was
is he is
interesting to
very
see.
he is very loud. Yes, in the movie.
Hmm.
But so Gonzo says we're back in the studio, and Gonzo says, "I'm at 44 Bronson Lane, and I can't wait to meet you." Now we know they live in Hensonville, right? Or they read the Hensonville Observer.
Yes.
Hmm.
Why why isn't the house number the house the address also like an in joke or a reference of some kind? Right? Because Bronson Lane
That
doesn't mean anything, right?
that's a great question. I had totally forgotten that he gives an address, which I guess makes sense because they show up at the house later, right? Like his True Believer fans.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, 44 Bronson Lane. You're right. They could have done like Richard Hunt Lane or
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
they could have done like they could have done like 1976 Lord Lou Grade Avenue
right. Yeah.
or
Anything.
whatever.
that'd have been so cool.
Yeah, but I don't. I mean,
Oh,
again, whatever. They didn't need to, I guess. But it's just strange because then it makes me think of Charles Bronson. The
yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
exactly.
and
Is
it's
there a
like
Bronson in the credits somewhere?
I don't know. Is Bronson Pinchot in this from Perfect Strangers?
Oh,
That would have been
oh
awesome if you.
no.
He should have played the producer of UFO Mania Live.
Oh, he would have been good. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't exactly at the top of his career at this moment. This
It
is
could have
several years
reignited it.
No,
after Perfect Strangers had ended. But and he was in Muppet Magazine. I think that's the only time he ever
oh,
worked with the Muppets, right? Wasn't he in Muppet Magazine?
I don't remember for sure, but that sounds very plausible.
Let's see.
It's the
Now I
right
got
time frame for it.
now I got to double check. Oh yeah, he was on the cover of Muppet Magazine issue 20 with Gonzo, so he should have
Oh,
been in this movie.
yeah, it really should have been.
But what year was that from?
That was 1987, 12 years before this.
That's why. Hmm.
Yeah. When Perfect Strangers was on.
Was he on Mego when this show was made? His short-lived sitcom. Wait, he played an alien in that.
He did play an alien in Migo. Migo was over though. That was fall of 97. And
Oh,
I believe did not last the entire
I
season.
I knew you would know the answer to that off the top of your head.
I've never even heard of Migo.
Migo was it was what if Mork and Mindy was the nanny? It was what if Mork was the nanny?
Right.
It was Bronson Pinchot was an alien who was the nanny to or like the caretaker caregiver to three children, one of which was Jonathan Lipnicki and one of which was Michelle Trachtenberg.
Oh
And
wow.
Oh,
then I want to say Will Estes. I think it was Eric Von Detten in the pilot and Will Estes in the series. Look it up.
Okay.
Look it up, Ryan. Let me
Wow.
know for sure. Why do I remember these things? I was third. I was as I've said on this show before. There are so many other things I could know.
That's just how your brain is wired.
Unfortunately,
Some people were, born to remember really important things, and some people were born to remember really fun things, like who starred on Mego.
the cast of Migo, yeah, there they are. Michelle Trachtenberg, yeah, I was right. Jonathan Lipnicki,
I
yeah.
never doubted you.
All right.
well, and your neural network hasn't pruned that out, so you must be
Mhm.
using it regularly.
Yes. Uh, the last thing I'll say about Migo is in in Entertainment Weekly's What to Watch by Dalton Ross.
Oh,
He
good.
listed the premiere of Migo and just put Migo dot 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 into the other room.
Wow.
Yeah,
Man, those were the
that's a
days,
good
the
one.
peak of Entertainment Weekly.
They sure were, man. They sure were. 1997. And anyways, back at Muppets from Space,
Oh
If
yeah,
we must.
Gonzo has just given his address. He said, "I'm at 44 Bronson Lane, and I can't wait to meet you." And then
that's safe.
and then this is when, as Joanna mentioned, K. Edgar Singer says, "And I can't wait to meet you."
Ugh.
She is
Ooh.
listener. Joanna is shuddering in disgust. at this moment, and understandably. But Bobo kind of saves it because he says, "Me too." He's very charismatic, don't you think? Which is a great line reading from Bill Beretta, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. I thought it was pretty high tech that they were able to, because I think Singer says freeze that or freeze the image.
Freeze, freeze
That
Mhm.
that.
yeah, they're pausing live TV. It's only 1999. People didn't have TiVos at home yet
Right.
that could do that.
TiVo came out that same year.
Yeah, I
Oh
looked that
wow.
up. Did you also Replay
Yeah,
TV
sure.
and
I
TiVo
sure
were
did.
launched in
Yeah.
1999? Yeah. So, but I
Yeah.
guess, it's a government agency, so they have,
Yeah.
technology that's not available to consumers yet.
Sweet, sweet government money. Mm.
Right.
hmm And then Singer also says, "I want him here and I want him now." So yeah, creeping me
Icky.
out. And then yeah, and then he says, this is when he rubs the image as
Yeah.
you discussed, and he says, "So you're our fancy little landscaper." That's what he says to Gonzo. He very nearly calls him a fancy lad, like David
Oh
Letterman
my
in Cabin Boy.
Wow. Yeah.
God.
He calls him a fancy little landscaper, and that's the last we see of those guys in this clip. So
Sure.
our national nightmare is over for now.
But like, who didn't tell Gonzo to not give out your address on live TV?
Well, but Gonzo also has been electrocuted recently and is like completely out of his gourd. So
Yeah. Maybe if Kermit had caught him before he drove the lawnmower to the TV studio, he could have, yeah,
That was so small
prevented him.
town.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like
yeah.
small backwoods town.
Well, and as we're going to see in
Full
a
stop.
second, Kermit and Rizzo also seem to get there immediately,
So fast. Yeah.
right?
Like,
Like they're watching the show and they're there before, like during the next commercial.
yeah.
You know?
How'd they do that?
That reminds me, when we see um the station, it says WHHZ or something like that.
Mhm.
That means it's east of the Mississippi.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think we
You guys know
talked
that?
about that in an
Okay.
episode that
I
has
couldn't
not
remember it
aired
if you.
yet. No, it hasn't
Right.
come out
Yeah.
yet, so you're good. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah, because but the movie was shot in North Carolina.
Oh,
And
that's right.
as we also discussed, when we see the Earth like spin towards the storm, Noah's Ark storm, it
Oh,
appears to be in like the southeastern United States. So I think we all signs point to this movie actually being set in North Carolina where it was shot.
and not Maryland.
You mean like because that's where Jim Henson's from?
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
I don't know. Or
Wow.
Mississippi, yeah, where he was born. But either one, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, so let's assume Hensonville is in North Carolina.
I guess so.
Well, now we have
Mhm.
Gonzo and everybody's address. We can just drive over to Bronson Lane and Hensonville.
He doxed himself.
He did.
Oh, before that was even a thing.
Gonzo has always been a trailblazer.
This is true. You were,
Mhm.
oh my gosh. Yeah, he was paranoid and conspiracy theory until before everybody else was into it.
That's true. That's true too.
Mm.
So back in the studio, the stage manager says, "Wrap it up. We're going to take a break." And Piggy says, "We're going to pause here and we'll be right back with Gonzo, the geek who fell to earth." And honestly, that line feels more like Piggy than anything else in this scene
Yeah.
Mm.
to me. Like she is insulting Gonzo. She's like has control of the situation once she is prompted. Like that specific line feels like Miss Piggy hosting UFO Mania Live.
Yeah,
Mhm.
insulting him in a quick-witted way.
Yeah.
Mhm. And making a time, well, not so timely reference, but still making a pop culture reference.
Right. Yeah. So the Man Who Fell to Earth, we should say,
Yes.
is a 1976 movie starring David Bowie as an alien who is trying to find a home for his people. He thinks Earth might be a suitable planet for his people. It's actually based on a novel by Walter Tevis, Walter Tevis wrote 6 novels in his career, and 4 of them are The Man Who Fell to Earth, The Hustler, The Color of Money, and The Queen's Gambit.
Oh wow.
Hmm.
Yeah, so 4 of his 6 novels have been adapted into like high profile and well-known movies or TV miniseries in one case.
But they're not all the same genre.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Like,
Interesting.
yeah, it kind of makes me want to read his work. The fact that he only wrote 6 novels, and I enjoy all of those adaptations. And like you
Yeah.
say, they're different. So
I actually have not seen The Man Who Fell to Earth. It's been on my list for a very long time, but
I I am certain you will find it fascinating. I'm
Oh
that
not
seems
yeah.
like the right word for it.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's like I don't think it is like the greatest movie ever made either. There's things that work and things that don't.
Sure.
But it's not, it's Nicholas Roeg who directed
Right.
like Don't Look Now and The Witches.
The Witches, yeah. Another
Yeah.
Henson connection.
Yeah. So it's not
Well,
boring.
Sure.
and just like the Muppet pilot, it has sex and violence, so
Hmm.
Ah.
you won't be bored. Trust.
That is true. And I don't know if you feel the same. I think David Bowie's always fun to watch as an actor or a singer. Like I
Fascinating.
just to paraphrase Bobo, I would say that he's very charismatic, don't you think?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Oh,
yeah,
great.
go watch that movie.
Well, he's got his own Muppet connection, of course. So
David Bowie was in Labyrinth. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So
Some years in between The Man Who Fell to Earth and this movie, he starred in Labyrinth. Ne Never worked with the proper Muppets though,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
that's unfortunate.
Kind of surprising. He should have been in this movie. He should have played
yeah,
the producer of UFO Mania Live.
That would have been something.
he'd be
What if
great with Gonzo.
what if he was? What if it was David Bowie?
Why not?
The level of star power would be thrown off greatly
Yeah.
if it was Bowie instead of Rob Schneider.
Yeah,
What
people
would
would
have
just spend the rest of the
saved?
movie going, wait, was that David Bowie?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Would that have saved the movie though? Would it have done better
I don't
with a
know. I mean,
random Bowie cameo?
he's in Zoolander a couple of years later, and his cameo, and that is very funny, where he judges the walk-off between Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson.
Oh yeah.
All those cameos were great in Zoolander.
Yeah. Yeah, Zoolander's awesome. We should talk about that 2 minutes at a time.
It's so weird, but it's so of the time.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
You can't say that to the current generation, like Blue Steel. They'll just look at you like, okay, old lady. Like,
That's
all
right.
Hmm.
right.
Yeah, it
They
happens.
they didn't see Zoolander 2. Nobody did. All right.
No.
But
Speaking of movies nobody saw.
Muppets from Space.
Oh,
Yeah. And
mean.
so Piggy, after having said the geek who fell to earth, she continues with moi, Miss Piggy, but the stage manager cuts to commercial mid her name. She is in the middle of saying her name, and it goes to commercial, and she grumbles, but the producer walks up and says, "Now that was TV."
Yeah, I had no memory of this little joke, but this made me laugh watching these 2 minutes that they cut her off right before she gets to say her name. That was funny.
Hmm. Hmm.
Have you watched The Studio, the Apple TV series?
No, but Seth Rogen,
Yes.
I have
Um,
not seen it.
okay, well, I won't spoil anything, but there is an episode that takes place at the Golden Globes that you may have heard about that
Hmm.
has a gag in it that this reminded me of, or reminded me of this one way or the other.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
And now Seth Rogen is producing that Muppet Show special,
Right, yeah.
so maybe he saw this movie and that made him think of it.
Could be. Anything's possible.
Yeah, I don't know. What else? Oh, yeah. So the producer, Rob Schneider, he continues. The phones are lighting up like Vegas. What power? What heat? You're a hit. And Miss Piggy says, "Oh, thank you, thank you. Not you, him." And Gonzo is surprised, but we, the audience, are not surprised because obviously that's what was going to happen.
And Anthony, you didn't sell it. It was not him. It's him.
That's true. He does hit it really hard. I feel like
And
you're more impressed with Rob Schneider's performance in this movie than I am. Because
I'm I'm kind of overwhelmed because it's like that was just the thing back then. That was part of the zeitgeist of Rob Schneider is hilarious and he's just gonna sell it.
sure, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Were you into those Rob Schneider movies? Were you watching Deuce Bigelow or whatever back then?
No, we watched a lot of SNL in the 90s.
Sure,
So
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Same.
like, I mean, this is always the case when people become awful, but it's disappointing. Like, I have a lot of Rob Schneider SNL sketches that I liked a lot when they first aired, and now I don't want to revisit those now.
Right.
Um, but yeah, like there's one where he's he's a busker singing in the subway, and all of his song lyrics are saying that he's poor and he desperately needs money. Please give him money. So Jeff Goldblum keeps tossing money into his guitar case, and Rob Schneider's like, hey man, what are you doing? Stop that. I don't need your money. I'm just singing here. I don't, those are just song lyrics. And then it keeps like, it just repeats over and over again.
Yeah, that sounds like an SNL sketch.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Hits the same punchline
Yeah,
four
it's one
times.
funny
Yeah,
concept repeated until it's no longer funny. But
right,
the
right,
first time I saw it, it was very funny.
right. Of course. Yeah, the golden age of SNL, 12.
The same thing with Weird Al.
Yeah.
That's true. Uh, okay, so Gonzo, yeah, Muppets from Space is happening. I keep forgetting that we're talking about Muppets from Space. Uh, Rob Schneider says, Gonzo, you've got it. And then we hear Rizzo say, sure wish we could find a cure for it. Hey, look, gang. Kermit and Rizzo made it to the studio already.
There they are.
And then we have this thing where Gonzo says, Rizzo says, Gonzo, Piggy says, Kermit, and Kermit says, Piggy?
Dr. Scott, Brad, Dr. Scott, Janet, Rocky.
I never saw that. You just spoiled that movie
No.
for me.
I just spoiled the entire movie.
Now there's
Sorry.
now there's no reason for me to watch it, Ryan.
No.
Just 50 years old.
Yeah,
The
right.
classic. It is also an
Is that movie about it? I never knew that. I truly never knew that. I've never seen it.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, I wasn't kidding.
I
I've
thought you
never
were kidding.
No, I've never
Oh
seen
my,
it.
you should get
I know
off of this recording and go watch it. What? How have
Okay,
you
so
not seen
I'm gonna
Rocky
watch The
Horror?
Man Who Fell to Earth. Anthony is gonna watch the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
we'll do it. It'll be a science fiction double feature, if you will.
A late night.
There you go.
That's fine.
Uh,
You guys will love those.
yeah,
Seriously.
Roz was a big fan when she was younger, and then like by the time we met, it was already kind of too late because I was like, "You love that, right? We should watch it." And she's like, "No, you should not see that."
Hmm,
So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe I'll watch it and report back.
sure.
It's an experience. I'm sorry if I spoiled anything. I figured,
No,
50 years, most people
yeah,
have seen it.
it's fine. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. They keep making them. It's
They
impossible
do.
it's impossible to catch up.
Yeah.
But in this one, they all say each other's names, and then Rob Schneider says, "What the heck's going on here?" And Kermit says, "Listen, Gonzo, aren't you taking this whole alien thing just a little too far?" And am I off base, or I feel like Kermit's delivery is very stilted and is probably a sign that Steve is performing Rizzo in this scene,
Hmm.
who is going to get
If
more to do in the next minutes.
is Rizzo in the same shot? I don't remember.
Rizzo is standing right next to Kermit.
Then yeah, probably.
Rizzo doesn't say much here, but he's gonna, in like the next minute.
Mhm.
And there's just something about the way Kermit says it. It reminds me of the way Jim said, "Happiness Hotel." That sounds great when Kermit is radio controlled in the water
Right.
in Great Muppet Caper.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
take
it's
that one
hard
again.
to get the same level of acting and expression when they're dubbing it.
Yeah. So, anyways, Gonzo walks over to him and says, "Kermit, I know it may be hard for you to accept me as an alien, but well, I didn't choose to be one, and I've always had alien tendencies."
I didn't choose to be one. That's so beautiful.
Aw,
It what?
you're right. No, I agree. I'm not. No, I meant that. The awe was genuine. That was sincere.
I have a lot of LGBTQ friends, and
Sure, sure.
it's just like that never hit me in '99, and rewatching it, I went, oh, this could have been something we could capitalize on, and nobody did.
Yeah, I had never thought about that until our friend Matt Wilkie mentioned it in a previous episode. And yeah, I mean, especially this little bit of dialogue from Gonzo, this could be seen as a coming out story.
Hmm. Well, and didn't our friend Ren in the Great Tough Pigs article that they wrote, Gonzo the Great non-binary icon,
Oh,
touch on that? Am I misremembering?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that sounds. I don't remember specifically, but
Anyway, that's a great piece, and you should go read it.
I will
yeah,
link to it in the show notes of this
Yeah,
episode.
and I will go
yeah,
read it.
yeah. You should. It's great. But the other thing is, even like in 1999, whether or not that was meant as a coming out moment, which I agree, it totally reads like one. I think Gonzo is also talking to the skeptics in the audience. Like, he says, "This just makes sense to me." It's like, yeah, you don't think I should be an alien? Don't worry
Oh,
about it. I've always been kind of like an alien, right? I'm a
yeah.
weirdo, you know.
Yeah, come on, Muppet fans. It makes sense.
Yeah,
I'm
it just
whatever.
makes sense to me. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But Rob Schneider thinks it's great. He says, "Beautiful, Big G. I see a whole follow-up episode here."
Big G.
Big G.
Right? Big G. Where did he get that from?
It's the
Again,
G
it's
for
the ick.
it's
No,
the
I
G
I
for
know it's
Gonzo.
yes, but Big G?
Big G. It's weird. It is weird.
He doesn't even come up to what, his hips? He's not
He's a tiny G. You should call him Tiny G.
Little G.
lower
Yeah.
lowercase G.
Lowercase G, yeah.
Yeah.
But I see a whole follow-up episode, and Piggy says, "Me too. The alien in my life. A Miss Piggy special report." Well, Rob Schneider says, "What are you talking about?" And listeners, we will find out next week, because that is where we end.
Mm-hmm.
Have to wait to find out what they're talking about.
You know, what are you talking about? So any other thoughts about these 2 minutes before we close? Joanna, I'll start with you.
Or anything else about how this compares to your
Yeah,
your own TV studio experience?
Oh, this is a lot more fun, at least.
Is that all right?
TV's a little tense. I was telling Ryan before you hopped on that, it's radio people are a lot nicer. And I suspect it's because there's less of a focus on, your face and it's not a visual medium the way TV is. Like there's a little bit of shallowness in some TV.
Sure.
That's interesting,
checks
but
out,
yeah, not surprising.
No, no, I mean, they were nice people. They were great people. Most of the weather people were pretty nice, like across the board. But yeah, you get the lead
Interesting.
anchors and you got a little bit of the, I am very important and I am perfect. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm just writing the stories, dude. Just
Sure.
read them and try not to mess it. I had to put in a pronouncer for Ahmadinejad, and our one anchor would always mess it up. And I'm like, I put it in there.
Oh.
Just read the copy. Just read the copy.
Huh.
Oh, jeez.
Oof.
But
Huh.
that's a trade secret that, it's okay. I don't know where she's at anymore. And I haven't worked there in like 10 years, 15
Sure.
years. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sure. Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And yeah, I did radio work, and radio people are just so chill and so nice. And I don't know why entirely, but yeah.
That's nice to hear.
That's probably why Miss Piggy doesn't want to work in radio.
Well, because everybody must see the beautiful face.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's more in character for her.
This is true.
Yeah.
With that set, is that like the easiest puppet setup like ever? They're
Oh, you
just
mean
under
like
the desk.
just the like circular desk? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's got to be the easiest thing. Like, oh, what do? You just kind of like do that and you lean back and you call it good. You don't have to wedge yourself into, you know, a diving bell or anything.
Yeah.
Right.
True. Huh.
Yeah, every once in a while when a Muppet is on a talk show, I've seen, like, I feel like some of the Jay Leno appearances, they just have the Muppet basically standing next to Jay Leno behind the desk instead of trying to, cut a hole in a chair or have the puppeteers stretch their arm up on top of the chair or something like that.
I feel like I've seen
Yeah.
it like where Jim Henson would be in a chair and then like Kermit would be like right next to him.
Oh, he would. Yeah, I don't know if any, I mean, there are some early appearances like that, but I think post Jim, they probably have not done that on talk shows.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Jim and Frank both did it fairly
Yeah.
often, or like while the Muppet Show was on.
Yeah, just puppet on their hand in plain view. But especially in the Disney era, I don't think they've ever done that or would ever do that.
Right. Yeah. But even, I mean, like you say, post Jim,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't imagine Miss Piggy on the Today Show in 1996 with Frank Oz or whatever,
I guess
like
not. Yeah,
that would not happen,
right.
even when it was Frank,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, she's got to keep her mystique.
right. That's the thing. So, Ryan, any other thoughts?
Is this a good place for screenplay draft stuff?
Yes, this is the perfect place for screenplay draft
So,
stuff.
okay, good. In the February 27th, 1997 draft of the screenplay, Kermit and Rizzo do not rush to the TV station after seeing Gonzo on TV. They go with him in the first place when he goes, and they are accompanied by their neighbors, John and Barbara Mallet. Listeners will recall that those are their neighbors who believe that Gonzo is an alien and they've been waiting for him to come to Earth. In this, version, Miss Piggy initially tries to kick Gonzo off the show, but the director tells her to interview him. Rizzo says to Gonzo, like before he steps on camera, I just want you to know that I'm on your side. Tonight, after you make a complete ass of yourself, I'll still like you.
Whoa.
So I'll have to decide if I'm going to beep that word. If I do, you can probably figure out what the word is.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah,
Yeah,
so that's in
Muppets
there.
cussing.
I can't imagine them saying that in a Muppet movie. And I mean, I know like they say it in Pinocchio or whatever, but 1999 was a very different time from 1940.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
donkey, that's the actual word for it too,
Yeah,
right?
right. Yeah.
Right. He's not even saying jackass. He's yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a reason they cut
Oh.
that. And then Piggy asks Gonzo for the name and location of his home planet. Gonzo doesn't know the answer, so Rizzo tells him to lie. Gonzo says he's from the planet Oznog, which
Yeah,
circles a small
yeah,
orange sun
dog.
in the Pleiades star cluster. Anthony, remind us where Muppet superfans will remember the name Oznog.
In the first episode of the Jim Henson Hour, they pick up a broadcast from a like mirror universe where photo negative images of the Muppets called the Tupums are appearing on screen. And when we first see them, Kermit's like, "Not right now, Gonzo. We have a closing number to do." And then Timrick the Gorf on the screen says, "Not right now, Oznog. We have a closing number to do."
Yeah.
Because it's Gonzo backwards. See,
Yep.
it's like, and it's also Gonzo's home planet on Muppet Babies 2017 when
Oh,
Oh,
when an entire planet full of people just like Gonzo show up. They're from the
right.
planet Oznog.
Cool. Okay, there you go.
we haven't
Um,
seen that one yet.
Oh, season two, I think. I want to
Oh,
say maybe season one even. It's I don't know. It's good. It's a good one.
we just seen a few of them, but I was very, very stoked that my kid wanted to see all the new Muppet babies.
oh
Yeah,
yeah, that's
and you
nice.
can and
Indoctrinate him early.
nice. Yeah. You can also hear my wife Roz and I talk about that episode of Muppet Babies and various other Gonzo moments on a recent episode of 70 Years, 70 Muppets,
Ooh,
Tough Pigs podcast.
nice. Always be plugging.
Hmm.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, he says he's from the Pleiades star cluster. If listeners have been memorizing everything we say on this podcast, they might recall that in the early drafts, the government has been tracking a signal from somewhere in the Pleiades star cluster. So in this draft, Colonel Matt Rushmore, who is sort of the stand-in for K. Edgar Singer and General Luft, he's watching this too on TV, and he's amazed when he hears Gonzo say this, and he's certain that that's the alien that they've been looking for. At the end of the interview in the draft, Piggy's co-host Rex Stella says, "And that's all the time we have for tonight. Tune in next week when we'll learn about the luminous flying objects that have been sighted over Bruce Springsteen."
Oh my gosh.
Now,
What?
later, by the time of the February 12th, 1998 draft of the screenplay, that line has been changed. He now says, luminous flying objects that have been sighted over Michael Jackson.
Oh my gosh.
And then, by the time of the May 26th, 1998 draft, it has been changed again. Rex now says, flying objects, they're no longer luminous. They're flying objects that have been sighted over Steven Spielberg. So I will let listeners decide which one was funnier. Is there a funnier still option that they should have gone with? The fourth option?
Yeah, it should have been Bronson Pinchot. Um,
Yes.
Yeah.
uh, no, but Spielberg makes the. I guess people talked about Michael Jackson being an alien.
Just, yeah, or that he was.
Springsteen doesn't make any sense. Like
No,
that's
not at
just a
all.
name.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
no.
just
But
insert random celebrity here.
right, but Michael Jackson, people, he's in Men in Black 2, famously.
That's
Yeah.
true, which is
Not
kind of the
Yeah.
same.
as not an alien. They wanted him to be an alien, and he's like, no, what if I say I can join Men in Black? So
He
that's
just
what
wants to be
happens.
an agent.
In the
Yeah.
movie, he just says I can be Agent M.
Yeah.
And but then Spielberg, of course, directed
E.T.
E.T. and Close Encounters.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
And an upcoming UFO movie that we're eager to learn more
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm excited. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
We'll see. Well, the Spielberg one makes the most sense, but they completely cut the character of Rex, the co-host, so it's they didn't really lose much by cutting that line.
Right.
Spielberg doing something on Skywalker Ranch or something else?
I don't know. It's a movie.
Isn't that? Oh,
It's like
my
a
bad.
feature. It's like his next
It's
feature is
they're just
about.
calling it like Untitled Steven
Oh,
Spielberg UFO
Yeah,
project.
although I think it comes out like next summer, right? Summer 26,
I
I
think
think.
so.
Yeah. I
hmm.
don't know. It's the first movie since The Fablemans, so
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
I don't keep up with cinema because
Sure,
I have a
sure,
5-year-old.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
you haven't seen a movie since 1975.
Uh,
No, we saw Dogman. Okay, we
Oh,
saw
you saw
Dogman.
Dogman
Dogman?
was good.
I
That was
was,
really
Great.
fun.
I
It's so
was,
good.
so Miles and I we've been reading all the Dogmans in
I'm
order,
reading
and
them too.
we're almost done. We haven't read Big Jim Begins yet, but
Oh, that's a
I
good one.
was I was astounded by. First of all, I love those books so much more than I thought I would, because I
Mm.
thought
Okay.
they would be like Captain Underpants, and I thought they would be all like poop and pee jokes.
Mm.
And there is some of that
Yes.
certainly, but like there's so much more heart and sweetness,
Hmm.
and like every single book has a moment where little Petey and Petey have like
Yes.
a heart-to-heart talk about being a kind person and helping your fellow people out in life, and it's
I
just like,
love little Petey. I feel like I'm raising little Petey, and
oh,
even to the point of the diarrhea songs every now and
sure,
then.
sure, yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Well, he's a great
Thanks, Big
buddy.
Bilky.
Little Petey's a great little buddy. Um,
Cute.
but I was gonna say about the Dogman movie. I was surprised by how good Pete Davidson is in it as Petey.
Right? You
It's
would
like
think
it's
Yeah.
like a real performance.
Yeah.
I was expecting him to just do his like slacker weekend update thing.
Right.
You know?
I don't love
no,
that guy, but I'll give him that. That was a good performance.
Yeah.
you did good. Yeah. It was well, and animation wise, it was also good. Like they even did the in one of the books they go into the claymation and then they did
Hmm,
claymation. I'm
hmm.
like,
Mm.
ooh, claymation. Oh my gosh, yay.
Yeah, love that. And
I I totally geeked.
sure, awesome.
I also had a couple of things from the listener comment, whatever we're calling it. Actually, podcast listener Jessica suggested on the Discord that we call it listener comment messages from the universe. So that's what
Ooh.
I'll call
That's good.
these.
That's good.
Uh, in the scene where the Muppets are playing poker, we talked about how weird or not weird it might be that Pepe is wagering with crab cakes. And our
Mm.
friend Grant pointed out, I'm quoting from him now, the crab lineage and the prawn lineage diverged in the Devonian long before the dinosaurs. So a man eating a chicken is far more cannibalistic than a prawn eating crab cakes. So thank you for that, Grant.
Knowledge
I,
bomb.
That is wonderful Grant content.
I will try not to think about that the next time I have a chicken sandwich. And then we also talked about the scene where Gonzo is mowing the lawn. He hits a bump, and we hear a cat squeal. Um, and we talked about why this is such a frequent gag in comedy and whether or not it's funny. Listener Died said TV Tropes has a page called "That Poor Cat." The earliest example, which is actually cat yowls off screen, implying something happened to it, and this is supposed to be funny, does indeed appear to be Young Frankenstein, and
Hmm.
apparently it wasn't planned. Mel Brooks just threw it in there. So I guess
Of
that's
course he did.
the earliest documented instance of that. And that makes sense that it would become a trope because every comedy person has seen Young Frankenstein.
Right.
Mhm.
So yeah, that's all I got.
Have either of you seen it? Have you both seen it?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
it's a favorite of mine. I watch it every October.
I rewatched it recently, actually. So yes.
Yeah, great. No, I love Mel Brooks. Way back. My my kids have both gone through periods where they can like recite long stretches of the 2,000-year-old man. So that's how all in on Mel Brooks we are in my house.
Like the
But
old stuff, like
yeah,
that
like
he did with Carl Reiner.
yeah, like the original album. Yeah. I can show you a video of Iris when she was 7 doing the astronaut bit from the 2,000-year-old man.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the kind of house my kids are growing up in.
Yeah.
You're raising them right. You're giving them the right references.
Thank you, thank you.
Another podcast I love always says if we don't make these references, we lose these references. So it's pretty
There you
true.
That's
go. Yeah,
true.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of which, before we lose you back into the ether, Joanna, we
No.
have We have two questions. We have two questions. The first one is, what's your history with Muppets from Space?
Yes, I was 15 when this came out. I went and saw it with my bestie, Becky, and I remember enjoying it immensely because I think we must have seen Muppet Treasure Island in the theater, but I don't remember it as distinctly as this experience because I wrote kind of a angry little Miss Piggy letter to our newspaper about how wrong their movie review was and how they totally messed up and they totally didn't give it enough. They used to rate them in dogs. I forget why.
Huh.
Like instead
And
of
they
a
gave it
star rating, they would give a certain number
it
of
was like
dogs.
four dogs, and they gave it like a one dog. And I'm like, oh, this
Mm.
definitely. I wrote something like this definitely needed three dogs. How dare you?
Yeah,
Because I was that kid. But yeah, I remember
sure.
just enjoying it. I think we went with her. Yeah, we went with her mom and her little brother, and I said, hey, we all had a great time. Older generation, younger generation, our generation. How is this? How are you rating it so poorly? Why?
Hmm.
Yeah.
I still can't find that review, but it just, yeah, I remember enjoying it quite a lot, and I thought it was good, and I've revisited, and it's good. It's got B movie vibes. It's a little kitschy, a little campy, but it holds up, I would say.
Sure. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. And then our second question is, what's your favorite science fiction movie or TV show or book or other property?
You look very prepared for this one.
I'm wondering if anybody else has said this. I am addicted to the three Back to the Future movies. They are my comfort food in the form of movies. Like I put them on all the time. It's just, yeah. I grew up with my parents having taped them off of the VCR off of TV, so I didn't even know
Yeah.
there were cuss words in that until I got
Ah,
to college and
So
watched them.
so
Oh,
what I'm hearing is that when this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna
you're
you're
see
gonna
gonna
some
see some
see some
serious
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 stuff.
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 Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite TV like swear edits ever is that line.
Yep.
The third one, I once I went back and like watched it, I'm like, oh, I could have read the lips, but I didn't. But it's like, Michael J. Fox goes, he's an idiot. And I didn't realize he was saying,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
like, oh, that is a little more impactful.
Sure.
It's
Yeah,
more
Yeah.
yeah.
accurate. Yeah. So, but I love Firefly.
Sure.
I haven't watched it in a while. It's just, I love the characters. I love Star Trek. I was raised on Next Generation. My mother has a giant crush on Patrick Stewart. It's kind of weird.
Hmm.
Sounds
Uh,
awesome. Sounds like your
yeah.
mom sounds like a delight.
Oh, she is. Well, she taught eighth grade for like 30 years and she did A Christmas Carol. So I've seen pretty much every iteration of it. And there is a Patrick Stewart one, and it is
There, sh-
quite good.
there sure
Very
is. It rules.
recommended.
Though. Love it.
Oh,
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
seen it. Okay, good.
Of course. Yeah, yeah.
And of
I
course,
got
Star
the
Wars is
I got
good.
the DVD of Patrick Stewart's A
Hmm.
Christmas Carol.
Do you?
Sure
Oh,
do. Sure do.
lovely.
Mhm. All right. Thank you so much again for joining us. What a delight.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you for listening, listeners, and thank you for reading toughpigs.com on the internet, Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram. We're all over the place. Thank you for becoming our patron on Patreon. We appreciate that. And you can email us with any thoughts you have about the novels of Walter Tevis or any other topic at moving right along at toughpigs.com. You can follow Ryan on Blue Sky at me Ryan Rowe and on Letterboxd at Movies Are Neat. You can follow me on Blue Sky at Durwood Clapper and on Letterboxd at Zeppo Marxist. Joanna, please tell the listeners where, if anywhere, they can find you or your work online.
I am technically on Twitter and Blue Sky, but I don't really check them. I'm
Sure.
on Instagram. I think I'm just Johanna C. Swanson. I don't post too much. Actually, I'm going to post some stuff because I just went to a friend's. He makes synth stuff and he like plays his own synth out of like soup cans. It's
Hmm.
huge, crazy, like expansive thing. And so I want to post some of those, but yeah. And then just my name under Facebook. I'm not exciting. I'm not an influencer or anything. I if you if you follow me on Facebook, all you're gonna see are a lot of political crankiness and my kid.
Sure. Sure.
And my cat. And my cat. Can't forget my cat.
The internet loves cats.
It's true.
All right. So thank you for being here. Thank you to Jordan Brandon for composing our theme music and to Morgan Davy for designing our logo. And listeners, thank you for giving us a positive review every single day. First thing in the morning, when you wake up, give us a 5-star review on a different podcatcher. Do it every day. There's no law. There's no law against it. You can do it. It's a different podcatcher. It's fine.
Sure.
So do that. And we will be back next week with another episode of Moving Right Along. Goodbye.